Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at an issue that has been doing some serious debate amongst Kenyans. In under 2 days, that was on Wednesday and on Friday, British High Commissioner to Kenya, Neil Wigan, and American Ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman, paid Uhuru Kenyatta a courtesy call at his office. And that's very interesting because a few months ago, we saw this American ambassador apologizing to Kenyans for having given IBC in last year's presidential election a clean bill of health. She was now apologizing to Kenyans for having made those declarations supporting last year's presidential election. And this British High Commission again, in October, he also paid Raila Odinga a visit. So there seems to be some form of a shuttle diplomacy here. And also worth noting, on Wednesday, upon this High Commissioner paying Uhuru Kenyatta a visit, he also paid Rigathi Gachagua a visit. What could be happening behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen? I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to see in clear terms the games being played here. But before we do that, let's have a look at a post shared out by Ekuru Accord. Good morning, fellow Kenyans. You may want to ask, what's the handshake all about? Mark this post, new developments loading. In this video, I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to understand what's happening behind the scenes. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes, what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? It's very clear that the Western superpowers are out to make peace with Azimio's top leaders. And they are doing that because they are coming to terms with the reality that even though they helped William Ruto be declared the president, the ground has refused to embrace William Ruto. The ground is still growing more and more hostile to William Ruto. And that leaves the West in a very precarious position. Somebody they thought they were going to use to achieve their objectives is facing serious rebellion at home. So these Western superpowers are just trying to use this form of a shuttle diplomacy to broker a truce between Azimio's top leaders, and in this case Uhuru and Raila Amolo Odinga. They are trying to broker that truce between these top leaders and the Kenya Kwanza government. And it's very clear they have all their intentions aimed at Uhuru Kenyatta. They want to reconcile Uhuru and William Ruto. And in their thinking, they know that by reconciling Uhuru and William Ruto, they will tame Raila Odinga. Hence, their good leader, William Ruto, will be able to further their interests as the Western countries. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a desperation by America and Britain to save William Ruto's dwindling popularity in the country. Whether that will succeed or not, it's only time that will tell. But in the event there is a truce between William Ruto and Uhuru, what are the consequences? If that happens, Uhuru Kenyatta will lose the support he is currently enjoying amongst Kenyans. And I'm saying that because in the recent days, Uhuru Kenyatta has been really enjoying some support amongst Kenyans and even on the mountain as William Ruto's popularity declines. And that has been because William Ruto has failed to meet the expectations of Kenyans. So his popularity is coming down. Uhuru Kenyatta, who warned Kenyans against William Ruto, his popularity and Azimio going up. If there is a truce between Uhuru and William Ruto, Uhuru will lose that support in that he will be seen as a traitor, somebody who has betrayed the country. That truce will not lower the cost of living. Kenyans on the ground will still continue suffering. So William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta will be hated in equal measures. So that desperation again by the West, in my honest opinion, is dead on arrival. As long as William Ruto will still be desperate to please the West, that truce, even if brokered, will not yield anything. Because we know that it's the West piling pressure on William Ruto to remove the subsidies, piling pressure on William Ruto to add more taxes, and even to sell some parastatals. All that is coming from the West through World Bank and IMF. So as long as William Ruto will still be implementing those policies from the West, the truce between him and Uhuru Kenyatta will not yield anything on the ground. And these Western countries are very desperate to endear William Ruto to the Kenyan population, something that has been very, very difficult to achieve. So it's just dead on arrival. And again, assuming there is that truce, then that will cause a very big division in Kenya Kwanza government. The truce will come with Uhuru Kenyatta's men or some new supporters being included in the government at the exclusion of Rigathis men. That will cause a very big split between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. So the infighting in Kenya Kwanza will explode to some alarming levels. And finally, in the event of that truce, then it can also confuse some Azimio supporters on the ground, because some will take it literally to mean Uhuru Kenyatta has dumped Azimio, and that will cause some confusion amongst his supporters. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.
Achili, wangapi wanasema niendelee kuuliza mambo ya serikali? Wajame kumnyewe? Waja tuseme kwa Kiswahili ndio kila mtu asikie. Nyinyi mnataka nitangaze niseme serikali ni mzuri ama niseme serikali imeshindwa na kazi? Niseme wameweza ama wameshindwa? Wangapi wanasema wameshindwa na serikali, wameshindwa na kazi, wameshindwa na kazi? Anane?
Honorable Speaker, I think there is a very serious problem in the national treasury of this country. The national treasury of this country behaves as if it is the treasury of the executive of this country. I think it is time we come up with an independent institution that disperses funds to the